Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. This is Joe Nicosia. Topic of today is your creativity is killing your cash flow. If you're a creative person, and I'm a creative person, the last thing you want to hear is that you need to focus. You know, we get creative and we start a project here, and then we get excited about creating another project over here, and we get excited we create another project over here. And a lot of times we create something and it's great and it produces cash, okay, and yet we abandon the thing that actually produces cash because we feel so excited about creating, and so we abandon the thing that's actually producing cash, because we want to express our creativity. And look, I know this because I'm the same way. I mean, it's a natural tendency. We have all these different interests. Okay, I believe children are born as geniuses and then conditioned into mediocrity. Okay, and we have this creative genius in us, and we want to create. However, and I want to encourage you to create, but also want to encourage you to, when it comes to business, is to really figure out the one area of creation where you've created something, where you're creating something that can truly create, the money and the wealth. I think one of the things we don't want to do is create a money making machine and then abandon it because we have this desire to be creative. The challenge is, how do we balance our creativity with our actually like running a real business? I hear people brag about, oh, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've started 7 different businesses. And the truth is very often, they've abandoned the real businesses that are making them money. So, once upon a time, there was a guy named Reverend Russell Conwell. He wrote a book called Acres of Diamonds. And, he had this ranch in South Africa. And he decided that he wanted to travel the world and find a diamond mine. And so he sold his ranch and he traveled all over the world, and he never found his diamond mine. And then, as he got into his older years, he returned to the ranch, and there was a big rock on the mantle that had some shiny specks in it. And this is the man he sold the house to, and the man said, "Oh yeah, I found this in the backyard," and the rock was encrusted with diamonds. You couldn't see it because it was a dirty rock, but it was full of diamonds. And the moral of the story is you don't have to travel all around the world to find wealth, because wealth might be, you might have acres of diamonds in your own backyard. And so I want you to, I want to challenge you to recognize that creative activities are different than money making activities, and that you want to be very intentional about what is it that you do as a business. What is it I do now? What is it I want to do a year from now, 5 years from now, and hopefully create something that's evergreen? Because, it's okay to have, 99 hobbies, but you need one of those hobbies to turn into a money making venture. And the problem is if we get too distracted, our creativity will end up killing our cash flow. Okay, so the problem of our creativity is we get distracted, but oh, there's another bright shiny object. Okay, so the solution is real simple. Focus on, be a creative person, but also keep in mind that at the end of the day, you want to put, you want to be a good provider for yourself and the people you love. And if you, prosper in, all it takes is one good business, and you can make a good living, you can make good money, you can provide for yourself and the people you love. And when you're doing that, you'll have plenty of time to have your, your side activities of creativity. You can still be a creative individual, but you're a creative individual that's found a channel to make money in. I think what we don't want to do is create something that makes us money and then be distracted and take our foot off the gas. It's entirely possible that you've created a green pasture that produces fruit, and when you get so creative, you forget the rich green pasture that you already own, that you've already created. So quit chasing for diamonds all over the world, and stop, and
Unknown caller.
And stop overlooking the diamonds that are in your own backyard. And it feels good when you found your groove, you found your thing that's your moneymaker, because it does give you the time to pursue your hobbies and your fun things in the side, your creative things. So I know this to be true. I know that I used to bounce around and solve different problems and be creative all over the place. But when I focused on one thing, um, it changed my life. It allowed me to brand myself as a business problem solver and a business coach. And so, look, you can try and figure out what your one thing is on your own, or you can get help from someone like me. And I want to encourage you that if you want the help's available. Just send me a private message. Let's get to know each other. Maybe I can help you, maybe I can't, but there's no way to know until we have that conversation. So, hey, Jeff Veal, live from Manila. Good to see you. So, look, your creativity is possibly killing your cash flow. So create your cash flow, create your creativity, okay, but don't mix up the two. Make sure that you've figured out what is the business that you're going to brand and build and help provide for you and your family. If you've got a good money making activity, then that will give you the time and the space and the luxury of planning your time and planning your own business on your own terms. So figure out your moneymaker, get your moneymaker working, and that'll give you the time to be creative in your playtime. This is Joe Nicasio, your business mentor. God bless you. Have a